Well, good morning, everybody. Today we are going to continue working on this mini tub slash outer wheel well. I need to trim up the frame rail a little and do a little bit more fine tuning of the tub. Hopefully I'll get that done today. As you can tell, my glasses are fogging because it's nice in South Louisiana today. So let's go. So there's what I got going so far. I cut the inside here along that edge a little bit because that was sticking out. I'm gonna clean up everything and then I'll see if I can get it to fit back in there. I might need to take that sharp edge off right there. All right, so I did a little bit more cleaning and radiusing, and I'm gonna try and put this sucker in and see how it fits now. That's where we're going. All right, so here's where we're at. It looks like I got this trimmed enough. I gotta trim this up a little in these strengtheners a little bit to make it fit there. On the interior, the bottom looks like it follows the frame rail, so that looks good. It looks like I need to trim this up a little bit more, and then I should be able to get the whole thing to go in a little bit further. So Right there is where it's setting right now. And I need to, it definitely looks like the hinge support is in the way. But the rest of it looks pretty spot on. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit and see if I can get it a little bit tighter. All right. Now I am hitting, no, I'm not even hitting the bump stop. I am up against here. I've over cleared on this, as you can tell. I think. I don't think I could get it over any farther. It seems to be, this seems to be the squeeze spot right there. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I've trimmed it up and I tried to make it flat, but it doesn't seem to want to have any of that. So I'm gonna need to work on that some more. Underneath here, it follows the rail very nicely. And then it fits, it could go up some more, but I think it's right here is tight. So I think if I could go up this front a little more, I think it'll be good. On the interior, I'm still getting squeezed right there where the seatbelt was. So I'm gonna have to trim that a little more. And then I think then I can start putting a trim in to see what it looks like. But that's where we're at. I think I'm going to continue on and look at starting to fit the outer fender well, or the wheelhouse. So here we go. Right there is what's sticking out too far. So I'm gonna grind that down and see if I can move that in a little bit so I can get the fender in a little bit, or the wheelhouse in a little bit farther. South Louisiana has struck again. It was sunny a minute ago and now it's raining. I don't know if you can see that. I think the flash has come on, but I cut this up higher to try and get the wheelhouse up higher. So I'll try and fit that in and we'll go from there. All right, so I think I've got the inner wheelhouse pretty much where I want it to go. So the next step is trimming up this trunk with the quarter panel drop. It fits up there, but it can't, it's rounded. The old one's rounded and now it's got to be square. So I got to figure out how to cut this correctly. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it and try and get it to fit in there the way it needs to get. And you know, it's one piece at a time because it's a puzzle. So here we go. How I think I'm gonna do this is I've measured from where this is gonna sit all the way up down to where I need to cut in at a 90. And it's about 13 inches, give or take. So what I'm gonna do is then move this over to here and then mark my 13 inches right there, and then cut at a 90, and I'll mark it up, but that's what I think I'm gonna do, and then see how it fits, and then I can fine tune from there. All right, so I've cut that at a 90, and then I tried to clean up the rail, just the beginning of a cleanup, trying to get all the spot weld stuff smoothed down. Definitely gonna do it better, but I wanted it to especially that looks a little rough. I'll have to straighten all that out, but just to get the drop to fit a little bit better. So I'm gonna put this on and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so the first fit, I think it's hitting the flange, and then the drop is hitting the mini tub. So I'm gonna have to trim that up a little, and I think I'm gonna have to go back a little bit further, because as you can tell, I'm about an inch short still. So I'm gonna cut this a little bit, cut that a little bit, and we'll see how it fits then. All right, well, I got it cut. It's sort of fitting, but as you can tell, it's not going all the way up, and it needs to come over about an inch or so. So that's where we're at. That's what we're gonna work on. This is what the underside looks like. It's got this flange turned down, and I cut it so that it would be wide enough, but I think I got to go a little bit further. So actually all I'm going to do is cut across here and then fold it down to see how much I got to go. But as you can tell, I cut a lot out here for the flange of the frame rail. So let's go from there. All right, I'm getting it close. Right now it's hanging up right here. And of course I got to clean all this up and make it a little bit of sharper crease and all that other good stuff. But we're getting to where it's supposed to be up at the front and on the side. So we're getting there. Just got to get this cleaned up a wee bit. And then I think we're cooking with gas. All right, I straightened some of this stuff out. It's not done, of course, but we're getting there. We are getting there. So I've reached a stopping point for today. The next time I do some work, I'm going to be putting that outer wheelhouse on. I'm going to put it all together with tech screws, and that'll allow me to start fitting that outer wheelhouse. And then I will move to the other side. Bum, bum, bum. So we're getting there. Hopefully it's moving fast enough, but you know, like I always say, one step at a time. All right, so I'm gonna call it a day for today. So thanks for watching. As always, I greatly appreciate all the support. So keep coming around and I'll keep making them. Thank you.